to serve with a slower speed as the match goes on. But when you're taped up Fitzy the way he is, and clearly he has some type of pain there that's holding him back as this match extends.
Yeah, no doubt, and that takes away options, doesn't it? If you can't vary the speed, you need to be able to change it up. And at the moment, if you just have to roll it in to start most of the points, it takes away some of the options you have of winning points. So he's at a disadvantage there.
Love. 50-0.
For our Western Australian viewers, if you'd like to continue to watch the tennis, just simply switch over to 7-2. Just a reminder, all the tennis is on the 7 Tennis app. Del Potro still to play tonight, and Ash Barty not far away on Rod Laver Arena.
Tonight, a fight over crowd limits at our new stadium fears thousands of Scorchers fans could miss out.
Perth's record rain, drenched by 10 years of January rain in one day.
Children shackled and chained to beds in a house of horror. Their evil parents now behind bars.
English cricket star Ben Stokes charged over a fight outside a UK nightclub.
Plus exclusive, no cage, no concerns. A swimmer dives into shark-infested water off Ningaloo. Hear why he did it.
From the studios of 7 Perth, Rick Arden and Susanna Carr.
Good evening. There's growing anger over a state government decision to cap crowd numbers at the new Optus Stadium. It means if the Perth Scorchers host a home final at the venue, 15,000 fans could miss out. What should be an opportunity to showcase the new stadium to the nation is turning into a public relations disaster. Rob Scott reports.
The name is up and Optus Stadium is almost ready for business. But the world-class venue is being held back by this: the unfinished footbridge to East Perth. The state government says construction delays are forcing it to cap the number of fans who'll be able to watch the Scorchers if they qualify for the semi-finals of the Big Bash League next month.
It does seem pretty silly to build a 60,000 seat stadium and then say, oh, but only 40,000 are allowed in.
Transport expert Professor Peter Newman says it's a joke, and he's not alone. Scorchers star Mitchell Johnson tweeting, "Why build an awesome stadium if you're not going to use its full potential?"
Our preference is for full capacity, but we understand the issues that the government is facing.
Those issues centre around the game's likely start time of 4:40 on a Thursday or Friday afternoon, peak hour on Perth's public transport system, when all buses and trains are busy elsewhere in the network. Unlike Subiaco Oval, which is surrounded by streets, there's really only two main ways to get in and out of here: by public transport and that bridge, which is why the government says it not being ready in time is such a big problem.
That bridge was supposed to carry 14,500 people, and that's a significant part of the load that would normally be going to and from.
Without it, public transport would struggle with the extra demand.
If Ed Sheeran can get 55,000 people on a Friday night, why can't cricket fans be able to go there with a similar crowd?
It's the timing of the game. So concerts are later, and so they don't clash with peak hour. So that's the key difference.
While the exact cap is yet to be finalised, what drinks are on offer at the stadium have been confirmed. 3 beers and a cider, all mid-strength from local brewer Gage Rhodes.
And Rob Scott joins us now live from East Perth. Rob, there's a meeting tomorrow between transport officials, stadium management and the WACA.
Yes, seems there is, Rick, and no doubt the cap will be discussed amid to be completed by May. Months after the start of the AFL season, which means there'll be no weeknight games at the new stadium until June 21, when West Coast takes on Essendon. But even when that bridge is ready, getting to and from the stadium will require a major culture shift for Perth sports fans. There's no parking, and 80% of people will have to take public transport to get to and from games. Now that's compared to 40% who used to use buses and trains to get to and from Subiaco in the past. Now there'll obviously be some teething problems early on, but with few other options, we really are going to have to get used to this. Sue?
Rob, thank you. Perth has recorded its wettest January day in almost 2 decades. The drenching, a result of ex-tropical cyclone Joyce, dumped almost 100 millimetres of rain on the city and caused damage right across the suburbs. Kate Smithers reports.
A Scarborough park became a water playground overnight. More than 138 millimetres fell along the coast in the 24 hours since 9 a.m. yesterday. It's Perth's wettest January day in 18 years. The deluge caused flooding right across the metro area. The SES received more than 1,300 calls for help, mostly for roof damage like this home in East Cannington. In the north at Clarkson too, the weather brought down a 200-year-old jarrah tree at High Wycombe Primary. Luckily, it's school holidays.
It's very sad looking at lying on the side because that's part of our heritage.
Power lines came down. Less than 1,000 homes were without power. Rottnest Island recorded the most rain yesterday, more than 140 millimetres, followed by Kalamunda with 139.2. The city got 96 millimetres and Mandurah 79.6. The rainfall is equivalent to almost 10 years' worth of average January rain in one day. The Weather Bureau says the drenching is from ex-tropical cyclone Joyce, which is moving off the coast.
Perth hasn't recorded any rainfall since 9 this morning, but the Weather Bureau says more is on the way. From tonight, we can expect some drizzle that will continue into tomorrow morning before Thursday, when we should see clear skies.
The southwest got rain today too, but not as much as Perth. Albany is expected to be hit by a deluge next. Even though it is summer, the Water Corporation says homeowners should switch off their sprinklers. Yesterday alone, we used 316 million litres less than we would expect to on a normal summer's day. Kate Smithers, 7 News.
A mother and father are behind bars tonight, accused of torturing their children in a house of horrors. Police say one girl escaped and phoned for help. When officers went to her home in California, they found 12 other siblings, some chained to their beds, malnourished and barely surviving.
Snapshots of a simple suburban life. Matching T-shirts, a family trip to Disneyland, Mum and Dad's Vegas wedding.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mum and Daddy, yeah!
But the smiles hid something sinister. Inside this average American home, children held captive, 13 of them. Some discovered chained to their beds. So malnourished, neighbours had no idea half of them were adults. The horror, they report, ended when a 17-year-old escaped. With a mobile phone stolen from her parents, she called police.
Everyone kind of knew that the family was off.
Turpin's siblings are aged from 2 to 29. Tonight, they're safe in hospital.
It's unfortunate to see this. It's actually heartbreaking for the staff.
57-year-old David Allen Turpin and 49-year-old Louise Anna Turpin have been charged with torture and child endangerment. Despite the family album showing holidays and happiness, neighbours here say the family was rarely seen outside their home. They were known to be strict Christians who homeschooled their kids. Turpin had received state approval to run a private school from his house. Now it's a crime scene. In Perth, California, Mark Mooney, 7 News.
English cricketer Ben Stokes is to face court charged with a fray over a fight outside a nightclub in Bristol in the UK. He's seen throwing 15 punches in a minute during the brawl in September that put a man in hospital. Stokes was dropped from the England team following his arrest, missing the Australian Ashes tour.
An Armidale couple faced having to demolish their home after it was rented out while they worked interstate. They only discovered it had been trashed when they moved back. Jeff Parry has this exclusive report.
When Elaine and Andy Maiden moved to South Australia 2 years ago for work, they rented out their house in Robin Court, Armidale. This is the 5x2 family home they left behind. This is what they came back to.
It still upsets me. This is a home and it's just horrible.
Andy pulled out the damaged kitchen and ripped up the filthy carpet on the weekend, but there's too much to do to make the house livable again. Damaged walls and ceilings, missing fixtures, copper piping ripped from the wall and a junk pile out the back.
The whole lot. I've got to pay for this. I've got to pay for skips and everything.
The female tenant moved out in July last year. The last management report they got was in April, which said it appears the tenant is taking reasonably good care of the property.
To come back to this is just... no, it's heartbreaking.
They don't have the money to rebuild or demolish. They still have a mortgage to pay. But new real estate agent Sarah Muir says the Maidens are fortunate the property was recently rezoned for higher density.
Nobody really wants to go to the market, be forced into a situation where you've got to go to the market, but they have no choice.
Jeff Parry, 7 News.
Confronting pictures have emerged of the moment the floor of Jakarta's stock exchange collapsed, sending dozens of people plummeting into the lobby. Police are now questioning the builders of the elevated walkway after more than 70 people were hurt.
Almost 40 students gathered on the walkway had no warning. Security cameras capturing the terrifying moment the floor collapses beneath them as tons of concrete, metal and glass crash into the lobby of the Jakarta Stock Exchange. Incredibly, no one was killed. The victims suffered abrasions and minor injuries to their hands and feet, this man says. More than 70 people were injured, many trapped in the rubble. The same building was bombed by Islamic extremists in 2000, but police were quick to declare this an accident. Investigators spent the day collecting evidence at the scene. It could be weeks before they identify the cause. Alex Hart, 7 News.
Video has emerged of a man jumping into the ocean with up to 4 sharks in WA's north. The spearfisherman says he was out with friends when he decided to jump in with the predators because he thought it would be, in his words, fun. Rebecca Nichols has this exclusive report.
For most people, swimming with a group of sharks doesn't sound like their idea of fun, but that's exactly what Ningaloo local Rob and his friends did while spearfishing near their hometown. This is how close they got.
I didn't have to get in then, but I did because it's just fun. Like they were swimming under us, and you can run your hands along their whole body as they swim past.
Rob says 4 silky sharks between 2 and 4 metres swam to the group's boat on Saturday as his friends fed them burley. That's when the 23-year-old jumped in. The close encounter captured on a mate's GoPro.
Like there's one there, and you grab his tail when he goes past, and then he... and then he turns around and comes back and swims under you and you scratch him.
It's not the first time Rob has been this close to sharks before. He says he's been doing this since he was 5 years old. Rob knows he may be criticised for swimming with these sharks, but he says he felt confident he wouldn't be attacked because he thinks the silky sharks aren't aggressive. The Department of Fisheries has advised not to feed or touch sharks.
And if you're being mean to it, be mean back to you, so just got to take it easy and you'll be right.
Rebecca Nichols, 7 News.
A famous singer silenced. We'll tell you who it is.
Plus, disturbing new findings about a possible link between salt and dementia.
Also, why problems with recycling rubbish could see your household rates rise.
And how police were left hopping mad on one of Australia's most famous landmarks.
Then charged with killing his partner, but he can't remember a thing. The concussion test case affecting every footy player.
It's very hard to comprehend.
Plus top bathroom and kitchen cleaners, which work the best. We'll see you shortly.
The Destroyer.
is coming.
This is going to be fun. You better run. You're the first one up, and you're going to be the first one out.
In the Chase, Monday, Jan 29.
What would you like to pay for your room tonight? $150, $120, or $99. It's the same room with the same service, just different prices. It's really up to you. Well, nobody ever asks you this at the hotel reception, do they? But this is exactly what Trivago does for you. Trivago often shows you the price if you book directly with the hotel, as well as prices from more than 200 different websites. Trivago just compares. The choice is up to you. Hotel Trivago.
The Blinds Gallery Big Summer Sale is here, with up to 40% off our entire range of indoor and outdoor blinds, curtains, shutters and awnings. Huge savings, hot discounts. Hurry, end soon.
137 The Blinds Gallery.
Rolling Stone, Vanity Fair, and the National Board of Review all agree Phantom Thread is one of the best pictures of the year. The LA Times hails it's impossible to forget. 4 stars. It's pure delicious pleasure. Phantom Thread.
So, where are you guys off to?
We're off to visit the grandparents.
Oh, nice. We'll have fun.
Thank you.
Drive safely.
Bye.
Oh,
You reckon there's any dolphins out there?
Rose, they're here.
Oh, the kids are here.
Adventure World is now open 7 days till 7 p.m. until the end of January. That's 9 hours of summertime awesome every single day. Visit adventureworld.net.au.
Don't miss out on a great offer during the Subaru 4-day event. With up to 5 years unlimited kilometre warranty, free Subaru accessory pack and up to 12 months retro. Hurry, offer ends this Saturday.
They got big ones, small ones, long ones, rectangular ones, and you should have seen all the colours. Wow! How cool is this aqua then?
Wouldn't you rather be in a Buccaneer pool?
Good evening. This just in, an outbreak of spontaneous celebration is sweeping across Australia with a new case reported every 4 minutes. On a busy Sydney bus, this young man seems to be celebrating a bet. Just 4 minutes later, a Brisbane family birthday erupts. Then, at a Melbourne office, this woman leaves her colleagues stunned in near-identical scenes. And we're hearing now these are in fact the winners of Lotto Land's new Kinoland.
The Australian share market has closed lower today. The ASX 200 was down 28.5 points. The big 4 banks closed in the red. The Commonwealth Bank lost 59 cents. 1 Australian dollar is buying 79 US cents and $1.09 New Zealand.
A caravan burst into flames in front of stunned drivers on Marmion Avenue during last night's peak hour. No one was hurt. The driver had managed to pull over before the explosion, but the caravan was gutted. Firefighters say it would cost about $65,000 to fix. It took them half an hour to extinguish the fire. The cause is unknown.
British police say they can't yet explain how the lead singer of the Cranberries, Dolores O'Riordan, died. The 46-year-old's body was found in an upmarket London hotel room. The Irish musician led the band to international fame in the 1990s.
Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger?
A mother of 3, she suffered depression and back problems that led to the band cancelling a tour last year.
A US study has found high salt diets can cause cognitive dysfunction, increasing the risk of Alzheimer's. The salt damages blood vessels in the gut, which impedes oxygen flow to the brain. Researchers fed mice a high salt
They couldn't
diet.
identify a new object. They couldn't escape from a maze. They couldn't build their nests normally.
Australians eat double the recommended daily amount of salt, which is 1 level teaspoon.
There's a big problem looming over what to do with recycled rubbish in Perth's bins. The world's biggest buyer of recyclable materials, China, is about to put a ban on the import of foreign waste. It means Perth's recycling centres can't sell to them. And if they're losing money, experts say the cost will be passed on to councils and ultimately ratepayers.
the resource-hungry mega factories of China. This is where most of your recycled rubbish ends up.
The Chinese are pretty much the hub of the market for sure, yeah.
But not anymore. The world's biggest buyer of recycled waste is closing shop. By the end of the year, China will effectively ban the import of all foreign rubbish, and the shockwaves could reach all the way to your bin and hit your bank balance here in Perth. In a typical Perth recycling bin, paper accounts for 46%, glass 32%, just 9% is made up of plastics and 3% is mixed metals. WA has 3 big recycling plants. All of them mine your household bins for resources. They sell materials from your bin overseas, directly to China or to countries that on-sell to China. For example, 84% of WA's recycled bottle and container plastic is sold offshore. Home garbage collection is subsidised by the sale of your recyclables. No sale means no subsidy. One fear is that household rates will rise. If recycling centres can't sell Perth's waste, they're losing money, and that means councils and ratepayers may need to cough up more cash.
In the end, the ratepayer will pay extra for the recycling that goes on at their house.
All your hard work recycling at home will help the environment, but right now it won't help with the problem of finding a new home for your waste. Industry and experts are now calling on the state government to offer incentives to WA businesses to use recycled materials.
Get businesses underway that manufacture things.
State Environment Minister Stephen Dawson says he's concerned about the China ban and exploring ways to try and minimise the impact on WA. Joey Catanzaro, 7 News.
Well, it doesn't get any more Australian than this. A wallaby has led police on a high-speed chase over the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Shocked commuters watched on as the marsupial hopped through traffic just after 5 a.m. The wallaby wasn't harmed and was taken to a vet for a checkup. It's believed he bounced over from a nearby golf course.
Ryan's here with sport now, and Roger Federer making a strong start at the Australian Open, Ryan.
He's picked up right where he left off at the Hopman Cup, Sue. The Fed Express through to the second round. Plus, little Leighton, teenager Alex de Minaur takes it up to one of the best in the world. And Big Bad Ben ruffles feathers in the NBA.
Australian Open tennis can you watch with the 7 Tennis app? Switch between up to 18 courts or just binge them all. How much tennis can you watch? The Australian Open, streaming live and free on the 7 Tennis app. Download now.
Get ready for the mother of all movies.
I feel a little bit of wee coming out.
Mrs. Brown's Boys, the movie.
Hello.
Wednesday on 7.
This is it, the $450,000 Tap Touch WA Pacing Cup on Friday the 19th of January at Gloucester Park. See history made as local hope Soho Tribeca and Chicago Bull take on the all-conquering Lazarus. There'll be live entertainment off the track with a fantastic range of restaurants, pop-up bars and fireworks after the last. Get a group along to the WA Pacing Cup at Gloucester Park. Harness the moment.
You could create more space and privacy, bring elderly parents close, or even get rental income with a Summit Granny Flat. Search Summit Granny Flats to see what's possible.
Jeff Moritz says upgrade your old evaporative cooler to the latest Bonaire from $21.90. Even if your old cooler isn't a Bonaire. Get immediate installation with 12 months interest free. Anywhere from Yanchep to Mandurah, trust Jeff Moritz Gas and Air.
Yes, Todd, the deal is real.
At Hungry Jack's, buy a Whopper or a Chicken Tender Crisp and get free chips and a Coke. That's right, free chips and a Coke.
Seeing their new smile for the first time is often overwhelming for many of our patients. If you've lost confidence and are continuing to suffer, the team at Advanced Dental Artistry are here to help you love your smile again. Call 1-800-SMILING to begin your smile makeover.
How much do you think this trolley full of groceries would set you back?
I reckon 120, 130.
About $160. At Spudshed, you can fill up your trolley for under $80.
That's cheap.
We grow it, we sell it, you save.
Call iSelect and our experts do the rest. While she's rediscovering her hamstrings, we're discovering the right health insurance deal for her family. Vicky went on to save $1,120 by switching to better suited hospital and extras cover. Now it's your turn to save Australia.
A barrier reef pool not only improves your home, it enhances your lifestyle. With innovative designs, 35-year structural warranty and largest range, it's easy to see why Barrier Reef Pools is WA's most awarded fiberglass pool company.
Because really, we can do better, and I don't think the team is hard enough. So I've got your...
Trevor, 6 foot swell, come to me.
When the urge strikes, you need RAV4. Everything you need to just get in and go. Surf this morning?
Yeah, bit blown out.
Onshore? Oh, hate that. RAV4 with free rego, CTP and stamp duty at the 2017 plate clearance. Search Toyota Value. Oh, what a feeling. Toyota.
Reigning Australian Open champion Roger Federer cruised into the second round, while Aussie teenage sensation Alex de Minaur is in action tonight up against world number 20 Thomas Berdych. The 18-year-old looked a little overawed in the first set, Berdych taking it 6-3, but this kid has already shown plenty of guts. De Minaur got more comfortable as the second set went on, broke Berdych twice and took it 6-3.
Oh, I like that. Such a clever shot, taking the time away again.
Mentor Leighton Hewitt was happy, but it didn't last long. Berdych took the third set 6-love in just 30 minutes. Roger Federer had no trouble disposing of Slovakian Aljaz Badin, the Fed Express at his aggressive best.
36 and not slowing down one little bit. Roger Federer, the defending champion.
Federer won the match in straight sets 6-3, 6-4, 6-3, and some famous fans were impressed.
In the immortal words of Ron Burgundy, tonight you seemed like a gazelle out there on the court. Would you describe your game as a silky gazelle?
Don't they get eaten at the end?
Not if they're fast enough.
Stay classy. Rising star Thanasi Kokkinakis was knocked out in the first round today. The Aussie was beaten in 4 sets by Sydney international champion Daniil Medvedev. Peter Vlahos has the details.
Thanasi Kokkinakis got off to a nervous start.
And he's just lost his racket.
Battling injury, he lost the first set to Russia's Daniil Medvedev, but he fought back to take the second in a tiebreaker.
Kokkinakis has turned this match on its head.
One break of serve was enough for the Russian to take it out.
Finishes it with an ace. It was a great...
Fellow Aussie Destiny Ava came out all guns blazing against world number 1 Simona Halep. Leading 5-2 in the first set, the 17-year-old then found herself battling to breathe, suffering chest tightness, eventually losing the first set in a tiebreaker. Halep had her own problems before recovering to win in straight sets. Channeling his inner Leighton Hewitt, Aussie Jordan Thompson fought back from 2 sets to love down to go up a break in the 5th against Argentine Nicolas Kika.
We're off to a 5th set. Jordan Thompson levels things up.
But Thompson battled injury and the umpire.
No, it wasn't. You guys never do your jobs. Never.
He was warned for ball abuse, and it all unravelled from there as Kika won the match 6-3 in the decider.
He's done it.
With Andre Agassi in his camp, Novak Djokovic made light work of American Donald Young. Last night, our adopted Aussie Dasha Gavrilova was red hot, crushing American Irina Falconia 6-1, 6-1. Peter Vlahos, 7 News.
The action continues tomorrow on the channels of 7. WA's Matt Ebden looks to keep his dream alive. Fellow Aussies Nick Kyrgios and Daria Gavrilova are also on the court, along with Rafael Nadal. Coverage starts from 6 a.m. Hawthorn star Cyril Rioli is back at the Hawks after 3 months away on family leave. While St Kilda are hoping to get more out of former #1 draft pick Paddy McCartan. He's played just 22 games in 3 seasons, dealing with type 1 diabetes and persistent concussion issues.
He's been able to get himself the fittest he's ever been. He's dropped a heap of puppy fat.
The Wildcats are on track to set a new NBL record with an average of 13,000 fans attending home games this season. Sunday's win over Brisbane will help keep them coming. Bryce Cotton's buzzer beater, one to remember, and it was the first Cats game his family from America had seen live online.
I finally got the little login to work in for the app, so this was their first game they actually saw this season, so it was a great way to finish it.
The Cats play the Kings Friday night and will wear this heritage jersey based on the club's 1982 strip. And Aussie NBA rookie Ben Simmons was ejected from Philadelphia's win over Toronto. Simmons got into it with Raptors star Kyle Lowry.
Maybe frustration that they're down, about to lose. I don't know what it is. No, I won't play around. I'm not going to take from anybody.
Don't mess with Big Ben. Ash Barty in action tonight in the Aussie Open. That's all from me. Here are Rick and Sue.
Thanks, Ryan. Is there more rain on the way? Sam's here with the weather details next.
And then it's Today Tonight.
Charged with killing his partner, but he can't remember a thing. The concussion test case affecting every footy player.
It's very hard to comprehend.
Best bathroom and kitchen cleaners. We put them to the test.
You really need a product that's easy to use.
Quick cash. Get your hands on $1,000 easy money. Plus WA's new fun ways to keep fit outdoors. Try goat yoga or Nordic walking. That's coming up next.
TV's #1 show is coming back.
I would like to give notice. Let's go.
I'll let you drive. You have autism. You're not blind.
I want a car.
What else do you like?
I like you. Tequila, stat.
Yes! Kiss me, Sean.
Australia's favourite doctor is back. New The Good Doctor. Monday, Jan 29.
If there's an accident and power is involved, would you know what to do?
Stay away. I'm okay, but it's dangerous.
Make the safe call and stay at least 8 metres away. Call the emergency services and a Western Power response crew will be dispatched. Only our crew can make the area safe again. Western Power, the crew to call in an electrical emergency.
Get a new look this new year with Curtain World's mega sale with 50% off blockout rollers, fashion shears and blockout curtains. Plus, shutters and pleated honeycomb blinds on sale. Rush to Curtain World.
The bed match system at Snooze helps take the guesswork out of buying a bed. And right now, get up to 40% off bed frames during our biggest bedroom sale.
It's amazing what a little snooze can do.
The Unbelievables. Jaw-dropping magic. Breathtaking circus. Music, comedy, dance and more. The Unbelievables. The most amazing acts on earth.
With Holden's 4-day sale, at least you don't have to wait for a new car. Get amazing deals on a great range of new and demo models, like 3 years free scheduled servicing, plus up to $2,000 cash back. Starts Wednesday. So what are you waiting for?
Want something new this summer? Try the delicious Caesar chicken sub, wrap or salad range at Subway. Made with 100% chicken breast with hardwood smoked bacon, Parmesan cheese and Caesar dressing. Hail Caesar! That's my kind of new sensation.
Tailor and save at Escape Travel with our exclusive Escape fares. Book an Emirates return flight to London and save when you bundle it with 4 nights accommodation for a total package price from $1,625. Escape Travel, tailor-made.
When was the last time something was so beautiful it changed how you saw the world? Shen Yun, coming to the Regal Theatre, January 24th through 28th. Tickets at shenyun.com.
If you're looking for a home that goes above and beyond your expectations, let me tell you about the new Infinity range from Blueprint Homes. High ceilings, aircon, LED lights, stone bench tops, and European-inspired inclusions like these guys. And so you don't have to lift a finger, we'll throw in Luke pile carpets, blinds and floor tiles, all for under $155,000. Visit Blueprint Homes today and judge for yourself why it's better building with Blueprint.
Live brighter with Beacon. Australia's biggest fan sale is now on at Beacon. With every single fan reduced, there's big savings on Australia's biggest range of fans. Rush in for stock take sale savings too. Sale ends next Sunday.
This weather report is brought to you by Beacon Lighting's Big Fan and Stock Take Sale.
The cash cow is back. Rocketing towards $20 million. Tomorrow on.
Now Fuel Watch, Perth's petrol prices. Brought to you by Fuel Watch and 7 News.
Hello. It was a dry and warm day after yesterday's downpour from ex-tropical cyclone Joyce. We reached 31 degrees early today and then the temperature dropped slightly. Right now it's 27 degrees and the winds are light. So Perth had its wettest January day in 18 years. Almost 100 millimetres fell yesterday and overnight. Now that's 10 years worth of January rain in just a day. Rottnest had the most, 142 mils and 139 in Fremantle. For the rest of the state, our top end was back to its usual hot and stormy summer pattern today, and our south copped some rain as the cyclone remnants moved away from Perth. For WA tomorrow, stormy again in the top end and also in Kalgoorlie, and rain for Bunbury and also for Albany. Now that low pressure system is weakening as it moves away from Perth. A ridge of high pressure will develop along the south coast with a high moving into the Bight on Saturday, and we will see a return to our normal summer weather. On the east coast, sunny and 30 degrees in Brisbane tomorrow and a hot top of 37 for Adelaide. On local waters, winds will be northerly 15 to 20 knots, shifting south to southwest during tomorrow morning. So tomorrow will be cloudy with a medium chance of drizzle, a cooler 25 degrees. Morning drizzle and 28 for Thursday. Then it is back to the normal summer pattern on Friday, sunny and 30, and a really nice weekend, sunny and 33 for Saturday, and 32 on Sunday. And now for tonight's winning Oz Lotto numbers for draw 1, 2, 4, 8. They are 9, 37, 26, 23, 30, 7, 4, and the supplementaries are 38 and 5, 9, 37, 26, 23, 30, 7, 4, and 38 and 5. Now here's Tina.
Thanks, Sam. Hello and thank you for joining us. An Australian first test case kicked off in a small courthouse today, which could have nationwide ramifications for everyone playing football and contact sports. For the first time, concussion is on trial. David Richardson explains.
She was such a beautiful person and she shouldn't have been taken so early. And I miss her, yes. It was so compatible together, people couldn't understand. And probably we had a lot together that a lot of people never did have, which is true love.
Yet they label you her killer.
Yes.
If you believe police, this man is a killer. But Paul Wheatley can't remember doing anything wrong that took the life of his partner of 24 years and the love of his life, Maria.
I just can't recollect how I could face time in jail for even hurting or killing my best friend. No one could split us, no one could get between us. And that's what we loved about each other.
Paul Wheatley is an Australian first, charged with manslaughter after suffering a seizure caused by years of amateur contact sport. One of a growing number of middle-aged footballers suffering from years of constant head trauma.
Head knocks and knees and kicks from the footy. A lot of them. Got cleaned up a couple of times behind play.
How many times do you think you were concussed playing footy?
Numerous times, I couldn't tell. It could nearly be most weeks.
Paul played Aussie